Hello everyone, I think that we should be live, so thank you everyone for joining me today for today's Facebook Live all about, I'm just going to knock the sound down on my phone actually, just a thought then. Thank you all for joining me today for the launch of Box Kit 10, which is super exciting. So lots of you have pre-ordered this over the past week or so. Your deliveries will probably be starting to arrive with you today because I know the majority went out on Tuesday, I think it was. So yes, so some of you should be starting to receive them now, which is fabulous. So we've got lots and lots of brand new goodies. We've got all sorts of new things. We've got new paper pads, we've got obviously the box kit, we've got the brand new glitters as well. So hopefully today is going to give you a little bit of an overview of the new products, and then yes, I've got a few demos to show you, and of course I've got all these fabulous finished samples behind me as well. So you can see we've got some off the page projects, we've got some beautiful cards in really nice bright colours. There are so many fabulous projects in this box kit. I think that you are going to absolutely love it. So let's have a little look and see who is watching. Hello to Leslie, hello to Lynn, hello to Aisha, hello to Beryl. Hello everyone, and thank you all so much for joining me on this. Is it Wednesday? Wednesday lunchtime. Honestly, it's all just rolling into one at the moment. Hello to Janet as well. Oh, Pauline says her box kit's arriving at 1 o'clock and she's really excited. So that'll be a fabulous event. Can't wait for the delivery driver to bring that one. Bring that one for you. Super exciting. Okay then. So I can see that lots of you are joining me already. Oh, hello Glynis as well. Glynis is watching. Glynis has done lots of fabulous projects for this box kit. She has got lots and lots of amazing finished samples in here. There's some easel cards. There's some really nice brightly coloured projects as well. So yeah, Glynis has been an absolute star with these. So I'm going to show you, should we do the box kit first? We'll do the box kit first, I think. I'm going to pop the overhead camera on so you can have a look. I've had a few technical difficulties with cameras not connecting today, so fingers crossed this is all going to work absolutely swimmingly. So I'm going to pop the overhead camera in now. There we go. So you can see that this is your brand new issue 10 box kit. Can you believe it? Issue 10 already. It seems like it's just flown over. I can remember doing issue 1 that was all the butterflies and flowers where they lifted out of the page. So I can still remember that one really clearly. But the time's just flown over. I can't quite believe we're on issue 10. But anyway, has anyone got all 10 copies as well? I would be very interested to know if you've got all 10 issues, if you've been collecting them over time. So this box kit is all themed around bright colours, birthdays, celebrations. There really is something in here for everyone. This will be a great card as well, a great box kit as well for kind of children's cards or like the in-between ages where it's sometimes a little bit more difficult to craft for. This would be fabulous for it. You've got cakes, you've got candles, you've got balloons, lots of really nice bright colours, lots and lots of fabulous celebratory things. And there are some beautiful cupcakes in here, which I am loving. They are great for adding all of your Sparklist Glitters onto, for blinging them up. They just look fab. Okay then, so I'm going to open the box kit to start with. I always open mine with a pair of scissors. So I'll just grab some scissors in here, just to cut across that tape on the top. There we go. So if I turn this over on the back of the box kit to start with, you can see that you've got your stamp design, your embossing folder, your stencil, your dies and your beautiful papers in here. You can then see you've got a little sneak peek at some of the projects that are contained in here. So we've got paper piecing, we've got off the page projects. Honestly, Jess has done some amazing off the page projects for this one as well. We've got an actual cake, which I just think is fabulous. We've got the focus on cakes, we've got stenciling techniques, we've got using the sentiments in here. It's really, it's a lovely kit. It's nice and it's a little bit more generic, this one, than something that's a little bit more specialised, but I think it's a good one to kind of have in your craft box because it's going to cover a lot of occasions and a lot of different cards that you might want to craft for. I'm going to open up the box kit now. Okay, and when we open this up, we've got our lovely little kit, which has got all of your goodies in. I feel like this is the most exciting part, so I'm going to show you this first. So if we open up the little bag, okay, I'm loving as well how actually I think this is the first box kit that we've had from Practical Publishing where we've got all the little insert cards for everything as well, which I think just is a nice little finishing touch. So we've got that lovely stencil that's like hundreds and thousands. This would be amazing embossed on your die cutting machine, then inked over, or of course if you wanted to use your, do you know, like your texture pastes and your sparkle mediums and things like that, through this stencil, it would be absolutely fabulous. It's gorgeous. It's really kind of useful as well because you can pop little jewels into it to make it more like just a sparkly background, or if you go in with the real bright colours, it looks like sprinkles or hundreds and thousands, which is a lovely and a nice, it's just a lovely background to create really. So that's your stencil. So that's your 6x6 stencil. So you are getting that in the box kit. You are then getting a 6-piece die set, so you've got 3 candles, and these have got embossed and debossed detailing as well. So these are really, really nice. We've got the lovely balloon die here too. We've got the little bow and we've got the Celebrate sentiment. So this is a really nice die set. You're going to be able to use the candles on their own. You're going to be able to use them with the cupcake stamp. You're going to be able to use that beautiful balloon on all of your little scraps of paper to create some lovely balloons for your project. So you've got the little bow that you can use on the bottom of the balloon as like a little anchor. It's like an anchor, isn't it? Just to decorate the string. And then you've got the Celebrate sentiment as well. The Celebrate sentiment's lovely because you can use that on loads of different cards as well. So that's your die set. You're then getting an A6 embossing folder, and again this is a really nice kind of generic embossing folder that you're going to use all year round. So you've got this beautiful like 3 lines and a little squiggle across the middle, which is brilliant for creating a frame on your cards, for creating a background, and we've also sized it so you can pop that Celebrate right across the middle here too if you want to. So that works really, really well too. It looks beautiful embossed onto mirror card, embossed onto your matte mirror, or just embossed onto normal paper and inked. It looks great. Okay, so that's your embossing folder. You are then getting your beautiful stamp plate. So you've got loads and loads of elements on this plate. You've got the candles that you can do as a repeating border, which looks gorgeous if you stamp and emboss it and colour it in. You've then got wishing you a happy birthday as a sentiment. You've got some little sprinkles, and you can cut these apart as well if you want to use them as little individuals. So you can be popping the sprinkles onto the cupcake, or you can be using that as a little background stamp as well if you want to. You've got this line here which looks a little bit random, but it's the little strings for the balloon. So you can use those to kind of hover your balloons as well. We've got the lovely layered cake, which is such a beautiful design. This looks fab, coloured in. And then if you go in between with your PVA glue and cover it with your Sparklist Glitter, it looks really, really pretty and effective. We've then got the Celebrate, it's your birthday, like a parcel stamp, with the sentiment in the middle and the little streamers coming from the outside. We've then got this little geometric background design here, which is fabulous for building up a background on your project. So you can use that in lots and lots of different ways. We've got Make a Wish, it's your birthday, and happy birthday as well. Again, you can just snip these apart if you want to. We've got Happy Birthday as a lovely banner, and we've also got this lovely big cupcake design, which is fabulous. I have been loving crafting with this cupcake. It's so much fun because you can get all your patterned papers out, you can be paper piecing that wrapper, you can be adding your glitters onto the top, or if you got some of the, do you know the fluffy stuff that we did with the beer bottles in the celebration collection? You could pop a little bit of fluffy stuff on the top as well for the icing, which would look fabulous. So that's your 6x6 stamp plate. You then get your magazine. So contained within the middle of the magazine are your beautiful papers, which of course you can be pulling out. So in here you've got papers, you've got toppers. It's really, really lovely. I love these the textured effects that we've got in here as well. You've got some like distressed backgrounds again, which would be nice for like teenage cards too. Really, really lovely. We've got some nice big toppers. So if you need to make a quick card in a hurry, you can just trim that topper down, pop a little bit of glitter around the edge and stick it onto your card blank, and that would be done. We've got more toppers in here. We've got little borders and banners, some of these papers are just beautiful. Like, they look as if you could just reach in and like grab them, but they are flat. They are absolutely gorgeous. We've got some marbling in here as well. If we go back this way, the little stars. We've got more stars on here. We've got this lovely marbling. We've got this really nice, it's a subtle candle background as well on the teal paper. That looks really, really lovely. And then you've got the candles in a slightly darker colour on there too. Again, more of the textures, some lovely balloon designs. The little sprinkles on yellow. Again, more marbling. We've got the beautiful toppers. So you've got little cakes, cupcakes that you can be cutting out. It's just lovely, especially for this time of year, I think, for your summer projects. It's going to be really, really nice. And it's something a little bit different to pastels as well. So if you're maybe used to making pastel cards, this might just push you a little bit out of your comfort zone, which is always fabulous to do. We've then got these beautiful, I've loved working with this paper actually. So we've got the lovely bright purple background, but then we've got kind of elements and dots and like sprinkles in here, which is really pretty. So yeah, you've got loads of beautiful papers in there too. And you can stamp onto these papers, you can emboss onto them as well. They're like a matte texture, so you'd be able to ink them too. So then if I take you back to the magazine, you can see we've got lots and lots of projects in here. We've got 80 projects contained within this magazine. So there are loads of ideas, and even if you're just starting crafting, these magazines are always a brilliant starting point, because what they do is they hold your hand and give you projects that are really quick and easy to make, or if you want to expand your skills and do something a little bit more intricate, you can do that as well. So we've got a huge variety of projects in here. So we've got a little word from Jen here, the editor, and Jen has of course done some cards as well within the magazine. So if we have a little look through, we've got this is your little contents page showing you exactly what you've got contained within here. Then we've got a little breakdown of exactly what you're getting in your kit and a little clue as to where you can find some projects using those elements. We've then got, this is one of my projects, so we've got the cupcakes and the stamps and things, so that was a stamping project. We've got one of Glitters using paper piecing, so really showing you how to get the most out of using all of those beautiful patterned papers contained within your kit. Teaching you how to use all of the scraps and all of the little leftovers. And if we keep going, we've got some of your cards from the last box kit. I'm going to keep that a little surprise. So when you get it home, you'll be able to see if your beautiful project's in there. We've then got some beautiful projects from Mel Jess. Mel always does such amazing like 3D and off the page projects. So we've got a lovely little cupcake banner. We've got little boxes that have got nail varnish and lipstick and things in. We've then got these little balloon boxes, which is just something totally different. We've got a little candy cart, which is so cute. In fact, I'm going to grab it in. Got it up here. Let me grab this one to show you. So this is the little candy cart that Mel's made, which is just fabulous, isn't it? So much fun. So you can see if you're more into your 3D projects, this magazine is going to be great for you too. Then we've got this fabulous cake as well, which I've got in the background behind me, which is just incredible. Then we've got some more card making projects. So this is one of mine, but it's all focused around the sentiments that you're getting in the kit. So your sentiment stamps, the fabulous Celebrate die, the candles. So that's really focused on your sentiments, and then a couple with your toppers as well. So the toppers are brilliant for quick cards, quick and easy. If you were like, oh my word, I need to make a card in a couple of hours, you've got it covered with your toppers. We've then got some projects from Glitters as well, and we know how much you love Glitters projects. So she's done some really nice bright ones, Celebrate the Good Times. So we've got an easel card in here. We've got you showing you how to create some larger projects, repeated stamping, using your die to create backgrounds. Then got some fabulous, more masculine cards as well. And these are nice and quick and easy projects. If we just keep flicking through. Got some more fabulous projects here that are focused on heat embossing. So glazing your cake, using your triple embossing powders on your dies and things like that. So there's loads of different ways that you can be using these. Showing you how you can ink your embossing folder and pop your embossing powder onto that as well. Okay, then we've got a little shopping guide, some of my picks. Now, not only have we got projects in here using your box kit, you've also got some fabulous cards using the new Celebrate the Good Times collection. So you've got the beer bottles, you've got the champagne, and all of those in there, which is fabulous. Becca's done some projects as well, so she's done some using the cakes, which are beautiful. So we've got some here that are layered up. I'm trying to turn the page. A little bit stuck together. There we go. We've got some more projects here, and I'm actually going to show you how to make one of these because I've followed the instructions from the magazine and prepped a demo to show you. We've got some lovely projects here using the cakes, and I love this one. Using the stencil in the background, then using the dies to create the little candles around the edge. We've got some fabulous projects from Nikki Gilbert as well. Using the stencil, showing you how to ink through and create these fabulous rainbow backgrounds. So pretty. We've then got a couple of shaped cards showing you different ways to use the parcel as well, which works so well. Then these ones are all quick and easy cards to do that I've done. So you've got instructions as to how to make the rosette project, how to create the fabulous card on the cover, which was so quick and easy to do, by the way. And to go with this collection, our basic star dies are incredible. Quick one using the embossing folder, again using the toppers, and one using the balloon. We've then got some fabulous projects using the grande flowers that we brought out earlier this year. So Becca's done some projects with those. So we've got the queen bee in there, we've got the beautiful flowers, gorgeous easel card as well. I have got these projects behind me to show you too. We've then got some beautiful kind of ideas for invitations as well, if that's something that you want to do. A few more from Glitters here, showing you how to make the most out of that embossing folder. And that's what I love about our box kits. We take one little element and then we show you how to use all of the different pieces within it. So showing you how to get the most out of your embossing folder. Like, of course you can emboss it, you can trim it out, you can use it in that way, but you can use it in other ways as well. Like on some of the projects here, Glitters has cut into it and layered it up, which looks fabulous. So it's just giving you some different ideas that are going to kind of give you a bit of a kickstart in your card making. We've then got some lovely projects from Jen as well. So she's done some shaped cards and some apertures. You've got a lovely shaker card in there too. So there is so many projects. There's some kinetic cards as well. So ones where they kind of, the spinning cards, and like a gatefold card that pops out. There's some really cool projects in here. And then we've got some like smart complex cards. We've got like the not the exploding box, it's like a box card, isn't it? This little one here that's got a shaker on the front and like a little kinetic card as well. So there are also many projects in here. And then what we've also done is I've written up a project, but like in the stamp along style, so it's a little bit more detailed. So that's using the grande summer flower and the gorgeous foliage as well, and also the little queen bee. Oh, it's lost its little crown on the photo, I think. It did have a crown on when I sent it, but never mind. So that's the fabulous box kit project as well. So you can see how much value you were getting in this magazine. So you get your magazine with your papers in, you get your beautiful stamps, you get your embossing folder, you get your die set, grab that one, and you also get your stencil, and that is $14.99 on its own. This is available on the website now as well, or you can pick it up in some local craft stores that'll have it, and maybe the supermarkets too. But if you want to get a little extra, for an additional £3, you can get this fabulous limited edition stamp with your box kit as well. And this is exclusive to Chloe's Creative Cards. So you've got some lovely balloon designs, you've got the little starry border, you've got the cakes, you've got the little cherries to go on top of the cake, and you've got more sentiments in there as well. So it's a really nice comprehensive collection, and again these are all available on the website now. So if you hop over to chloescreativecards.co.uk, you will be able to see the beautiful box kit. So I'm going to pop this to one side, because not only have we got this gorgeous box kit, we had to bring you some little coordinating elements with it as well. So we've got some brand new mirror and glitter card pads, which are just stunning. So So these are our matte mirror and glitter card pads, which are gorgeous. So these are 8x8 in size. You get 25 sheets in each, 5 colours, 5 sheets of each. Okay, and they are fabulous. These aren't just to go with this collection, but all the colours tie in perfectly. These are going to be beautiful for with your flowers and your floral designs as well. So we've got the beautiful matte mirror card pads. You can see it's got like a satin kind of effect as well, which is really pretty. So the colour theme is you've got like a bright pink, you've got like a teal colour, you've got the lavender, you've got a paler teal and a paler pink as well. Okay, so you can see how beautiful that then is. So that's your matte mirror card, and these are the dual colours. The next one is the glitter card, and again you've got those same colours running throughout the glitter card. So if you want to mix and match and matte and layer these together, you can do, but you can see the sparkle on there. And this is non-shed glitter either, so I can rub this and no glitter's going to come off. Okay, so these are fabulous for adding a little bit of sparkle to your card without the mess of glitter. So that's the glitter card pad in the dual colours. We've then got the mirror card pad as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. So we've got the lovely pink, we've got the teal, we've got the lavender, we've got the paler teal and the paler pink in here as well. So pretty, and you're going to be able to use these for so many different occasions too. So that's your mirror card pad in the dual colours. Again, these are all on the website as well, all available now as well. So we've then got 6 brand new glitters. Okay, and these are like, if I take the lid off these, they are like super duper sparkly, as you'd expect from our Sparklicious Glitters. So we've got 6 brand new colours. We do have them in a set if you want to get them all, or you can buy them individually as well. So the first colour that we've got is Turquoise Sparkle, and I'm going to just open these up because I feel like they're easier to show you. If I can get the lid off this one. There we go. So this one's Turquoise Sparkle. And if I hold that up, can you see all of the bling that you have got in there? It is absolutely beautiful. So sparkly. These have all got a hint of silver in as well, so they're a little bit different, but really pretty. So that one is the Turquoise Sparkle. Next up, we've got Amethyst Sparkle. So this one's slightly more purpley. There we go. So you can see the colours that you've got in. There we go. The colours that you've got in this one. You've got the beautiful purples in there. You can see that rainbow holographic as well. They are absolutely gorgeous. So that one is your Amethyst Sparkle. Next up, we've got Hot Pink Sparkle, which is a really nice, bright hot pink. I think with some of our shoe stamps as well, these would be fabulous. They'd look absolutely gorgeous. It looks like little crushed jewels, doesn't it, in the pot? So pretty. So that one's Hot Pink Sparkle. Next up, I have got Pink Diamond Sparkle, which is a really nice pale, very pale pink. Very pretty though. So that's the Pink Diamond Sparkle. Next up, we've got the Zircon Sparkle, which is slightly paler than the turquoise one. Very pretty though. Okay, and then the next one that we've got is Blue Diamond Sparkle. I can get the lid off. There we go. Oh, this one hasn't been opened, that'll be why. Just open this up. I have all mine in bags, you see, I don't really normally get pots of things. There we go. So this is the beautiful Blue Diamond Sparkle, and it's a proper blue as well. Really nice colour with all those little holographic shimmers packed in there too. Absolutely gorgeous. So those are the 6 brand new Sparklicious Glitters as well. So if you want to go for things individually, you can do. If you want to go for the I Need It All bundle, which we do have on the website, you get the glitters, you get your 3 matte mirror and glitter card pads, and you get your box kit magazine with your limited edition stamp as well. And that's your I Need It All bundle. Okay, and what's really nice about this, I think, is you can literally get it home, add some card blanks and adhesive and craft, because you've got your stamps, you've got your dies, you've got your stencil, you've got your embossing folder, and you've got all of these beautiful papers to do your mats and layers with, and of course you've got those gorgeous glitters for doing your embellishing with too. So I'm going to pop those to one side, and I think we'll have a little look at some projects that have been made with the box kit. So let me grab in some cards to show you to start with. Just going to grab in a pile because I've got them all separated out behind me. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm going to put these ones to the side. So many cards. Right then, so what we've got is, starting off, we've got the beautiful candles, and what I've done on here is I've done it like a DL card, and I've kind of just worked my way along, relining up the stamp and then colour it in, and it just works absolutely brilliantly to create this lovely border. Next up, we've got one of Becca's using those beautiful cakes. So she's stamped the cakes, coloured them in, used one of the beautiful papers from the box kit in the background, and added one of the sentiments as well, which works absolutely brilliantly. Next up, this is one of mine. It didn't photograph very well, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it too well on the camera. But what I've done is I've stamped and embossed the sentiments onto the matte mirror card, because our matte mirror and mirror card you can actually stamp and emboss onto. So I've done my sentiments onto there, and then I've added my little bows and just drawn some lines down, and I've inked in the background with the sprinkles stencil. This one I went to town with all the sparkles, blinged up those cupcakes, coloured in the wrappers, and just went to town with all the sparkle. Added in a lovely little sentiment banner across the corner too. Next up is using that lovely layered cake. So like I was saying, you can stamp this, colour it in, and then glitter like in the middle here where the jam would be, and cover it with your Sparklicious glitter, and you can see how fab that looks. As well, you can use the Celebrate die for like a do you know, like our sentiment builders dies, if that makes sense. So you can use Celebrate and then pop your little "It's Your Birthday" underneath. Next up, we've got the beautiful balloons. This is one of Glynis's, and you can see how she's layered up lots and lots of the little Celebrates to create a 3D embellishment on this one. Then she's added the balloons across the side and popped some little bows on there too. Next up, these two are using the toppers, and these work absolutely perfectly for quick cards. So using your topper here, adding your little jewels, adding your glitters onto the cake as well. Next up, this is one of Becca's, which is gorgeous. So she stamped the cupcakes but actually masked them so they look like it's one behind the other. She's then coloured those in and added lots of glitter onto there too. This one's a one of Becca's as well. So she's used the little cake down the side. She's done a lovely gatefold and popped one of those toppers in the middle too. Next up is using those beautiful cupcakes, adding the little balloon at the top, and then adding the gorgeous papers in the background too. So you can see how it's all really nice and coordinated and all tied together. And you can also see how beautifully those matte mirror card pads are working with the colours in this kit. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'll pop these back in the little stand. So that's the first little batch of cards to show you. Next up, we've got some more over here. So this was a really quick card, just using the balloons. I've actually prepped this as a little demo to show you in a bit. So pop that to one side. This is one of the embossing projects in the magazine. So you can see how the candles have been cut numerous times from loads of different colours, and then a little bit of gold embossing powder added to the top and heated up. Next up, we've got one of these lovely little kinetic cards, which is really cool. So you can see how this has been created. Again, the full instructions for this are all contained within your box kit magazine, and the little cupcake's been put on a little it's like a little acetate spinner, like a wobbler. Really, really cool. So just something a little bit different. And then this is one of Glynis's again. So she's used the beautiful candles along the background. She's used like the waste from our die cutting to create a celebrate background here. Added the little cake in the middle. Also using those beautiful cupcakes, lining them up, creating your larger projects with these and adding that celebrate sentiment across the middle. Some little smaller cards as well if you like to create smaller projects. These will be brilliant. Again, you can see how fab that stencil looks in the background too, inking through with all your different colours. Few more of the embossing designs there too, and creating a little resist using the one of the sentiment stamps in the background. These are some nice like quick and easy cards that you can be creating with the kit. This is the one that I love with the little candles. I think that looks fab, kind of really creating a centerpiece with that. Some are using the presents, using the candles again, and the cakes. So again, if you love inking, these are going to be fabulous for you because you can just die cut these out, ink around the edges, and you've created like 3D looking balloons which look fabulous. And a real quick card using the embossing folder in the background, then adding the little cupcake and the celebrate sentiment as well. Next up, we've got more using the beautiful colours from the kit. So we've got that lovely celebrate with the one of the basic star dies in the background there too. Works absolutely perfectly with this kit as well. If you've got those in your craft box, you're going to use them all the time. Then got the beautiful little sentiment stamp, that says celebrate, it's your birthday, and I've paper pieced the little these little parcels using my scraps of leftover paper from the kit. So if you're like, I'm not keen on colouring, you can paper piece instead and it still looks absolutely fabulous. Then got this one here. So what I did with this one is I die cut out loads of those celebrates and created a background going across the card. Really pretty using the new mirror card, and you can see how it all tonally coordinates perfectly together too. Next up, this was a quick card using the embossing folder, and again I've paper pieced some little strips between just to create a different background. This was like a little shaped card, so all I've done is kind of created a smaller card blank and popped a bigger topper on the top. Added a couple of balloons on there and you can see how fab that looks. Creating a little birthday rosette. This could be detachable from the card as well if you wanted it to be. Another different idea, adding your glitters onto there, adding your jewels, and these little jewels are from the spring collection bling box as well. So those colours work really nicely with these too. Just going to clear a little bit of space. And then we've got a couple of Glynis's here. So this is using the beautiful birthday cake and the candle border going across the background. And this one's using the cupcake and that lovely little sprinkle background too. So you can see how fab that then looks. Oh, that's a brilliant idea, Carol. Yes, you could be using glossy accents on the balloons. That would work absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to pop these back and I will get a few more finished samples to show you. So I'm going to show you the ones that haven't actually been made with the box kit. So I'm going to show you the ones that have been made using the Time to Celebrate collection and the Grande flowers as well, because they are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to pop that back there and I'm going to grab these ones in. But you can see, I'm going to grab one of the off the page projects as well actually, just to show you some of the things that you can be creating, because some of the off the page ones are fab. So we've got this beautiful like 3D cake that Mel's made. So she's used the embossing folder all around the edge. She's used liquid pearls on the top. Look at that for icing. It looks fab. And then popped the little candles in too. And she's created a stand for the cake, which is just, it's just something a bit different, isn't it? A little bit different to create. And then we've got a lovely little, box card here, which looks fab, using all those bright colours, adding in the little elements on acetate as well, so it looks so cool. Then these are the projects that have been made using the Grand Flowers and the Time to Celebrate collection. So if you want some ideas with those ones, you've got those in the magazine too. So we've got this beautiful easel card, and you can see the level of detail that's in here. Using those beautiful flowers, adding all your Sparklist Glitters, using our foiled papers as well. It's going to work so well. So that's that one. Next up, we've got another one using two of the grande flowers. We've got the sunflower and the summer flower on there. Then using the lovely Queen Bee stamp set and the fabulous geometric background as well. Another one using that Queen Bee stamp set, layering up all of the different elements and using some of our beautiful papers as well. And then this one using the grande sunflower, a really nice oval shaped card, just something a little bit different again. So you've got inspiration using some of our newer collections in here too. Using the Celebrate the Good Times collection, so we've got some of the beer bottles in there. Again, I've used that star. I think it's so useful for this one. Then we've got the beer cap background, and you can see how I've added a little bit of glossy accents onto some of these. Next up, we've got the champagne bottle. So I've just coloured that in with my Copic markers, added a little bit of bling to the champagne spray, and used the beautiful Celebrate Textures paper pad in the background too. Next up, this is using the champagne bottle again, but adding a little bit of Sparklist glitter onto there, doing it all in white and silver. And I've added like a little vellum layer just so you can still, it's a little bit hard to see on the camera, but you can still see a little bit of the pattern underneath shining through the vellum, which looks really pretty. And then we've got this one here that's using that beautiful beer cap background and using the beer bottle and glass as well. But you can see how it all coordinates and works perfectly together. So really loads and loads of projects in that magazine. I think there's about 80 in total. So you are definitely going to have lots and lots of inspiration for what you're going to be able to create. And maybe if you've got some of our products in your craft box already at home, you'll get some ideas as to how to use those too. So I'm going to pop these to one side. I'm going to just mute the mic while I get my demo thing. Just give me 2 moments and I'll be back with you all. Right, hello everyone, I'm back and we're going to start and get crafting. So I'm going to create an 8x8 card first, using the lovely cupcakes, using your embossing folder and using the dies as well. So this one's actually been inspired by one of Becca's projects, because I thought it was gorgeous, and I thought, oh, I'm definitely going to show you how you can put your own little spin on that one. So to get started, I've got an 8x8 card blank, okay. And I've got all my little mats and layers pre-cut down. So I've got my 8x8 card blank, and then I've got my first layer, which is one of my beautiful mirror card layers from those new mirror card pads. We just wheel my little tool paddy in here. Oh, it's a little bit creaky. There we go. Right, I'm going to stick this first layer down flat onto my card blank. I'm just using a little bit of glue into the back of here, and then I'm going to stick this one down like so. Okay, and then the next layer is one of the beautiful patterned papers from the kit. So I've trimmed that down 1/4 inch smaller, so I've done this one 7 3/4, so I've done this one 7.5 inches square. I'm going to take my chisel tip glue pen. I'm going to just grab a bit of scrap card as well. I say scrap card, I use envelopes as my scrap paper because I seem to end up with massive envelopes, seeing as my cards are quite 3D. So I'm going to take my piece of patterned paper and I'm going to take my chisel tip glue pen. I'm going to just drag my glue pen just along the edge, along the edge of the card like so. Okay, just give me a nice little border. Exactly the same on this one. This almost looks like it's sugar coated, I think, when you use the Crystallina glitter, which is like our clear and transparent kind of glitter. It just looks fab. So you can just dunk this in, like so. Okay, and that's that layer done. I've then taken a piece of our rose quartz pearl card and trimmed that down a little bit smaller again. I think this is about 7 1/4 inches maybe, or 7 inches square. Again, your instructions are all in the magazine. So I'm going to just work my way around, glittering this one. And see, there's a couple of questions about the arc glitter glue. It hasn't come back into stock yet. There's been a few delays with COVID and things with it. We're hoping for some at the end of March or beginning of April. We're just waiting to hear back as to when it'll be back in stock. So I've just glittered around the edge of this piece again too. And then I've taken a piece of crystal white card. I'm going to glitter this one as well. So is everyone who's got their box kit at home going to be crafting with it this afternoon? I can't wait to have a little look in the Facebook group later and see some of your fabulous projects. Okay, so I'm going to just glitter around here. And then we're going to do one more. I'm going to do this piece as well. So this is another one of your beautiful papers from the kit. So you've got like your little stars on here. So I'm going to just work my way around, dragging this along the side. Like so. And then we're going to dunk that in. There we go. Right then. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some foam pads and start to layer up our project. So I've got my base layer stuck on flat. I'm going to stick my next layer on foam pads. So I'm going to grab a few of these. These are of course our Easy Lift foam pads. I absolutely love them. I use them all the time. I'm using the 3mm ones, and they do come on a massive roll, and it looks like you're getting a pizza delivered. Unfortunately, it contains foam pads and not pizza, the box, but that gives you an idea of the size. Okay then. So I'm going to take the backs off here. So all I'm doing is just working around and flicking the backs off the foam pads. Okay. So I'm going to pop this, whoops. There we go. Pop this down onto my card blank. I'm going to just stand up to do this bit because I'm just a little bit low on my chair. There we go. That's nicely stuck down. Sorry, you got a lovely view of my roots there with my hair. There we go. Right, so that piece is stuck down now. And then we're going to pop a little bit of glue onto the white layer and stick this onto the rose quartz card. Okay, so I'm going to pop that onto there. Like so. Oh, Gillian's asking, what glue do you use for the technique with the chunkier glitters? This glue. Our glitter dries clear. So with any of our chunkier glitters, especially like these ones here, because these are quite chunky, the new ones, you need to be using a really good quality PVA glue. If you use a chisel tip glue pen or any glue pen with them, it's not strong enough to grab and hold the glitter. So again, I'm going to pop some foam pads onto the back of here. and just start to layer this one up. Okay, so I'm going to pop that to one side and pop that onto here, like so. And then we've got the other piece of our gorgeous patterned paper, which I think I'm going to go dimensional. I'm going to pop it on with some foam pads. So we'll get the foam pads just onto the back of here. And then this is all ready just to layer up. Okay, so I'll quickly whip the backs off of these. Going to get stuck onto our card blank. Like so. Okay, so that's our mats and layers created on this project. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our embossing folder, which I've popped over here. Okay, I've got my open box kit. There we go, there's my lovely embossing folder, and we're going to just emboss that onto some white card. So I'm going to use a piece of our crystal white pearl card. Just going to trim this down to size first. So that'll be about and we're going to just take the embossing folder and then we're going to pop our card inside. There we go. And run that through our die cutting machine. So I'm using my Gemini, so it's just my 2 clear plates that I'm going to use to run this one through. So I'm going to pop those together and run that through my machine. Helps if you have your machine turned on, doesn't it? There we go. So that's just running through the Gemini that I've got next to me. And then I'm going to grab that at the other side. And then you can see when you take that out of the folder, the lovely 3D embossing that you've got. So if I hold that up, you can see how pretty that then looks. So what I'm going to do next is I've got a little piece of cut and dry foam, and I've got a spun sugar distress ink pad. Now my ink pad is quite old, so I don't know how well this will pick up on the camera. But what I'm going to do is just ink across the middle. Like so, it's a very, very pale colour. I can just about see it. I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see it at home. But I'm just inking across the middle and just blending it down a little bit and blending it up just to highlight that centre panel. Okay, and then it almost looks like icing, doesn't it, the embossing folder, when you do it on white card. Is it royal icing? I feel like it's a technique where they pipe the white icing onto cakes and things. As you can tell, I can make a card, but I'm not a great cook or baker, I have to say. Right, so we're going to trim this down like so. Okay, so that then creates a lovely little panel ready to go onto our card. Now, because we have inked that, I'm going to give it a quick little blast just with my heat gun because it's quite cold in here, and I just want to make sure that ink's nice and dry before I stick it down. So again, just a little blast over the heat gun. I can see that lots of you are asking about the papers as well that you get in this box kit. At the moment, we haven't got any plans to bring these out as a printed pad, but we have got some different pads coming in the future. But yes, so definitely keep an eye out on the website. But we haven't got these particular ones coming out in a pad. These are just for the box kit. So we're going to pop that on the side of our card like that. But before we do, we are going to bling it up. So we're going to take our PVA glue again, and we're going to take some glitter. So the one that I'm using is Diamante Sparkle, which is absolutely gorgeous. And this little kind of line that you've got on your embossing folder here, I'm just going to trace round it with my PVA glue. So all I'm doing is just following the design like so. And then we're going to sprinkle over with my glitter and tap away the excess. So, and that's just added a little bit of bling to the middle there. What I'm going to do next is I've got my little Celebrate that I've already die cut out. I just need to push these little pieces through that are stuck in the middle. Get my tweezers. So it's a really nice fine font, this one. It's absolutely lovely. I love it. So we've got Celebrate, like so. So I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to pop a tiny little bit of PVA glue just onto the back. And then we're going to pop that onto our base card there. If you end up with a little bit of glue on here as well, we're going to just take a baby wipe and just wipe that off. There we go. So that's our little Celebrate plaque done. I'm going to mat that onto a piece of mirror card. So I'm going to go for the hot pink from this paper pad here. So again, I'm going to just look for my scissors. I've been reorganising in here, and you know when you think it's a good idea at the time, but then you can't find anything. It does seem to be a bit of an issue. So we're going to take the lovely hot pink mirror card, which would be at the very back of the pad. There we go. Right, so we're going to grab the hot pink. There we go. And we're going to mat this on. So I'm going to take my little topper. And the way I tend to do things, if I'm doing them by eye, is I'll just hover up with it. And then I just tend to use my nail to mark my mats and layers. So there we go. So what we're then going to do is put that there. Put that one there. Okay, and then we're going to use a few foam pads again. Just to layer this up. And then I'm going to pop this on at a slight angle on my card. I'm going to pop my next layer on. Ideally, I'd have let my glitter dry on this one. Before I stuck it on, but we'll get it on the base card, it's not a problem. So we're going to stick that one on there. Like so, okay, and then we're going to create some little cupcakes to go down the side. So I've taken my cupcake stamp, which I've got here, get a little wipe over just with a alcohol-free baby wipe. I've been using a black ink pad on it as well. There we go. And what we've done is we've stamped and embossed it. So I've done 2 onto some rose quartz pearl card and 1 onto some mirror card. And then I've used my little scraps of paper and just stamped the wrappers onto there. And then just pop them onto my base, onto my cupcakes, like so. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do the stamping and embossing onto mirror card. Because it's honestly, it's so easy to do. It's just normal embossing. So you're going to take your mirror card. You do have to be careful because not all mirror card will emboss. I know that ours will from out of the pads. So, or our A4 ones will as well. So please, if you're not using our mirror card, just do a little tester piece first. So you're going to give it a little dust with an anti-static bag to start with. Do not panic that this is going to look a little bit kind of dusty or anything. That'll just dust off once we've embossed it. So we're going to take our stamp again and we are going to take our clear embossing ink pad. We're going to ink up that cupcake like so. So this is the Wow Clear Embossing ink pad that I'm using again. And then we're going to hover down and press. Now it's quite like stamping onto acetate. You don't need quite as much pressure on the stamp and you want to keep one hand on the stamp at all times. And you can lift that off. Bring in your scrap paper. I'm going to use the Diamond White Wow Powder, which is a really nice pretty colour. This is a white with like a holographic sparkle in. I'm going to sprinkle that over. And then we're going to heat that up. So again, I'm going to use my heat gun. I do this all the time. I don't know why. I don't recommend it. Just like to make sure the heat gun's hot with my hand before I pop it on my card. So I'm just going to heat this up like so. It's still like magic, isn't it, when you see embossing powder change? It's fabulous. So what I would do is then let that cool, buff it with a piece of kitchen roll, and any excess anti-static bag will come off. So I've got my little cupcakes here that I've already done, and we're going to start and build these up. So to do this, I'm going to take my patterned paper and I'm just going to glue it onto the cupcake wrappers to start with. So I'm going to use that one. Then I'm going to add a little bit more glue just onto the back. And stick that one down. And do exactly the same with the next couple. It's going to get stuck onto there. Okay, and then what we can do is start to add a little bit of glitter onto these. So we can use might use a little bit of Crystallina because it looks a little bit like sugar, and I'm going to use a little bit of the new ones as well, I think. So let's have a look. Let's go for a pink one. I'm going to go for the pink diamond. Something a little bit different. So you can just start to add in a little bit of glue there. And then sprinkle your glitter over. These are all hand cut as well. We haven't done a die set this time with the box kit because they're quite easy shapes to cut, to be honest. So we've just hand cut these with scissors. I actually still really like cutting out. I find it quite therapeutic. Go. So I've just popped a little bit of glue to the side, okay, and covered that with my glitter, and I think we'll do the same with should we put a bit of glitter on the mirror card one as well? I feel like we should do. I feel like we just need to add the bling. So we might do a little bit of the hot pink sparkle on this one. So just a little bit of glue. Just along the edge. I'm going to sprinkle that over and tap away the excess. Okay, and then we can go for a bit more. We might as well add a bit more bling as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the little pin back in the top with my glue so that doesn't dry out. And I'm going to take my chisel tip glue pen and I'm going to take my Crystallina glitter. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to just scribble over the wrapper, like so. And I'm using my chisel tip because Crystallina's a nice, very, very fine glitter. So it's going to stick perfectly to the glue pen. Exactly the same with this one, and then dunk it in my glitter, and you can see how that's just adding that extra little bit of sparkle to the base there. So we can just keep going, scribbling over. Dunk that in. There we go. So that's our little cupcakes all nicely built up. Okay, and then we're going to pop these onto our base card. So to arrange these, I'm going to pop this one at the top, this one in the middle, and then this one at the bottom. So if I grab, it may not look like I'm covered in glitter and glue, but I can assure you I am. And the floor is looking very, very sparkly next to me, I have to say. So I'm going to pop a little cupcake there, pop a cupcake there, and pop a cupcake here. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put the middle one, because we all know I love a little bit of dimension. I'm going to pop the middle one on a chunkier foam pad. There we go. And then next thing is we're going to add some bling onto this one. So I'm just looking to see, that's a sugared, got Chloe's favourites. I did have a sugared spring bling box I'm going to use. It's fine, we'll use Chloe's favourites instead. So we're going to grab this one here, and we're going to take our little candles. So I've die cut out the candles. I'm going to just start and glue these into position. So I'm going to glue this one here, roughly. Put a little bit of glue on this one. Glue this one in here. And then glue this one in there. And then I've die cut out 3 of the little ribbons as well that you're getting included in the box kit. I'm going to pop those on the base of the little candle, like so. It's certainly starting to get there now. There, and then we're going to take some little jewels, and I'm going to just dot these around in the background like so. You can tell I'm really concentrating now. I've gone ever so quiet. Okay, so then we're going to do the same on this one here. And there we go, and that would be those parts completed. What I would also like to do is add a little jewel into the middle of the bows. Okay, and then I've also got a little bow that I'm going to add to the corner. So this one has been tied from our beautiful sugared pink ribbon. So that's that one there, and then I'm going to add another jewel into the middle. I'm going to use one of the bigger ones now. I love these for the middle of your bows. Oops. There we go. And that would be your finished card. So you can see that's using lots and lots of the elements from the box kit. So we've used the papers, we've used the embossing folder, and we've also used the stamps and dies as well. So I've got another little demo that I would like to show you. For some reason, I normally put a picture in when I'm changing things round, but for some reason my graphics aren't loading on my iPad today. Gremlins in the system, I think. So what I'll do is I'm going to mute my mic and I'll leave the card just on here so you can have a little look while I just grab the bits for the other one, which is a super quick. Okay then, so the next one that we're going to do is going to be a super duper quick and easy card. Okay, so we're going to take a 7x7 card blank to start with, and again we're going to take one of those beautiful papers from the box kit. Okay, Rosemary's asking, what did you use to stick your jewel to the ribbon? I always have trouble with them falling off. Like a glue dot. So these aren't really the right size because they're tiny, the ones that I've got in here. But you can get some bigger ones. So I use glue dots an awful lot for sticking ribbons and jewels onto my cards. I just find that they hold them really well. Okay then, so we're going to take a piece of beautiful patterned paper from our box kit, and I am loving like all the swirls in this one. It's so pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to pop a little bit of glue just onto the back of here. So that's then going to get stuck onto my card blank like so. Okay, and then I'm going to take a piece of white card that I've just cut a little bit smaller. Doesn't want to come out the box. There we go. And I'm going to take my chisel tip glue pen and open up my glitter. Take my chisel tip glue pen and I'm going to drag it along the side. I'm just going to make sure I've got no ink on that glue before I do. There we go. And that's going to go into the Crystalina glitter. So that's looking really, really pretty. So we're going to stick this onto our base card with some foam pads again. So just that little bit of glittering just adds a really pretty finished effect to this. So I'm going to pop my foam pads onto the back of here. You can see that lots of you are saying that the postman has just delivered your box kit, which is fabulous. Okay, so we're going to take the backs off these again. Again, if you're only just joining me or you missed the start of the video, I am going to pop this full video on YouTube, and it'll also go up on the page once I've finished the live. So definitely keep a lookout for that. I'm going to do this little project, and then I'm going to let you all get crafting with your box kit, because I can't wait to see what you create. So I've just taken the backs off the foam pads with that one. I've then die cut out, because when you get these box kits, it's like every little scrap of paper you want to keep, don't you? That's what I always do. I always have like a little plastic wallet where I keep all of my scraps in. Well, this little balloon die is perfect for die cutting out all of those scraps. So what I'm going to do is just roughly arrange these on my card just about where I want them. So think like that. And then I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to try and do this with a Copic marker. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to take my Copic. This is where it takes a little bit of concentration. And I'm just going to draw in some lines like so. And these are like the little strings for the balloons. Fine liner works perfectly for this as well, by the way. Put my little bow in there where I missed it. But you can see then how that then means that your balloons aren't just floating mid-air. You've put the little lines in so you can see how these are then going to hover. So what we're going to do is take foam pads again, little foam pad on the back, and of course if you wanted to be kind of adding your glossy accents onto these balloons, you can do. If you want to be triple embossing them, you can do. Oh, and see, Janet is waiting, can't wait for this white glitter Chloe is using to become available. It is available, it's on the website now. It is called Crystallina. So it's not a new one, it's one of our really old Sparklist Glitters that we've had in the range since the very, very beginning. It is absolutely gorgeous though, it's such a useful one. So we're going to layer the balloons up like so. And then I've die cut out 3 little bows from some of the purple mirror card, from the mirror card pads. So then we're going to pop these onto the little strings. Tiny little blob of glue, and I quite like to, I don't know why I do this, but I like fold them like I would a butterfly and then place them down like so. There we go. So then you can see how we've got the little bows on the balloons, and you could of course continue this across the full card if you wanted to as well. And then we're going to add a little celebrate, but I'm going to mount it onto some white card just so it pops a little bit from the page. So I'm just going to push away the little pieces in between like the A and the B and things. Let's just push those through. Like so. The little bows are so cute, and as well I think you can use the bows on more than just this kit. I think you'll find that you use them quite a lot. So I'm going to grab a little piece of white card. I'll just grab this from a little scrap bin over here. This is crystal white, yeah, that'll look fine. And we're going to just glue our celebrate onto there. So again, using your PVA glue with your fine tip. And I'm going to take my guillotine and I'm going to trim this down. I haven't quite stuck that bit down straight there. There we go. So then we'll just trim that down. Might pop it across the top corner like that, just for something a little bit different. And I would also like a little piece. Let me see if I've got a little piece of purple mirror card that we can mat that onto. Or actually, should we mat it onto, we're going to mat it onto teal, because then that'll tie the background paper in as well from from the backing. So we'll mat this up, a little bit of glue. Do you know what as well? I think I can see my spring bling box, so I might make a little run for it and then grab it so we can get this card finished off. So I think the teals and the purples will go beautifully with this. So I'm going to pop my little Celebrate, I'm going to pop it across the top corner. I did want to put it in there. I could put it in there actually. I think I quite like it in there. I'm going to pop it there. A little Celebrate just across the bottom corner there. Then I'll add, I'm going to pop this on with a little foam pad. Just pop a couple on there. Like so. Go there. I'm going to go and make a run for it. I'm going to see if I can find my bling box. There we go. So I've got a spring bling box now. I knew I'd seen it. It's because I've been moving things around in here. Okay, so I've got my spring bling box and we're going to pop some bling just onto here. So I'm going to pop one in the middle of each of the bows, and this is where I use my glue dots normally, you see, because I'm finding that these are a nice little size popping your bling on with. So I'm going to add small ones onto here. Going to go in the middle of the bows there, and then I'm going to add 3 little jewels just down the side here. I'm going to do them in slightly larger size, so I'm going to take the middle size ones. Just adds a little bit of balance by adding the 3, I think. And that there would be your finished card. Oh, I haven't got those stuck on very straight, have I? Get those straightened up a bit. There we go. It's a bit better. And that would be your finished card. So that's 2 beautiful cards that we've just created using the brand new issue 10 box kit. So it is available now. You can get it on the website chloescreativecards.co.uk, or of course it will be in supermarkets and things as well if you want to have a little look in there. I'll turn the camera back round and then you'll be able to see me. Let me just figure that out. There we go. So, Box Kit 10 is available now, perfect for so many different occasions, perfect for birthdays, celebrations, all sorts of different things. You're going to use this one so much. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of inspiration as to how to use your box kit, a little sneak peek at the projects, what you are getting inside. And we've also got some projects going up on the blog soon as well. The cards are just getting photographed. That Glynis has done using the limited edition stamp as well if you buy it from us and choose that option. So please do hop over to the website chloescreativecards.co.uk, where you'll be able to find the box kit, you'll find the mirror card pads, all of the glitters and the full range of products. So please do have a little look on, and I cannot wait to see what you create with the brand new box kit. I'll see you again soon. Bye!